Well, why don't you tell us why you're out here, Rick?
Well, it's a exercise in punishment. No, really, I've come out here with kind of a bare minimum. It's really safe to do it around here because literally we're, a 15-minute walk away from our vehicles, so I'm in no real danger. So it's a good time to practice some stuff. So I came out with a knife and a fire pouch and my big wool anorak, and just want to see if I can lounge out tonight. We'll mess around in the woods today, and built a simple shelter. It's not quite done yet. I'm call it my bush bark-a-lounger. I'm going to put some of the Phragmites reeds in here and line it, kind of make pretty much like a couch, and sew it up with some jute, and going to get a fire going in front, kind of a star fire, but I'll have two long logs of some hardwood. There's lots of deadfall around here. And I'll have one going that way and one coming through the back, and I'll just slide them forward as it burns. And I'm going to get some filler wood to stoke it up in the middle of the night. I don't intend on sleeping sound through the entire night, but a lot of little cat naps and drinking tea. I brought something to boil up some snow, melt some snow, and have some tea. It's going to be a fun night of training and adventure.
So it's supposed to be minus 12 tonight. Is that typical for the weather that you like?
Well, actually, the weather I really like is when I'm training up north, and that drops quite a bit lower. But the thing is, down here, there's a lot of humidity in the air, and minus 12 down here is like minus 25, minus 30 up there. When it's dry, that sun really gets you heated up. Out here, you've got that cold, that humidity. It just conducts it right into your body. And but I think it's going to be fine. I'm not afraid of that kind of temperature, and I've seen worse before. I've had sleepless nights sitting by the fire, but
So Rick is just harvesting the Phragmites right now. Phragmites is one of these European invasive grass species that's taken over a lot of our cattails in southern Ontario. But it definitely has its uses for the bedding. It grows in such thick growths that it really doesn't take a whole lot of effort to harvest this stuff. And the last couple of days it's been super cold. So the bottoms of the stalks are frozen in there pretty well, which makes it even easier. You don't even have to cut these guys. You can rip them out by hand without too much effort at all.
out okay.
You got your capote anorak as extra insulation for tonight?
Yep. This is basically my base layer. I have a Carhartt type jacket that I use. That's my camp coat. And then my anorak is an Italian wool army blanket. It's been made into a big coat. That thing is pretty warm. It's going to be pretty good tonight.
keeping an eye on it. There she goes. This is the base for Rick's long fire. Rick refuses to use the buck saw that I brought along because he's doing survival training. That's his second baseboard. So this is your place.
Welcome to my home. I think I'm pretty good for wood. Got some pretty good oak. A little bit of it is rotten, but there's a lot of good hardwood in there. Got my 2 big logs lined up. Got my fire pretty much ready to go. Some stuff, and there's all kinds of deadfall around here. If I run into trouble, I can just grab. There's so much. So I think we're doing pretty good. Pretty interesting. There's a little bit of a snow.
Yep.
But, that's not bad.
So if it was really coming down on the snow, would you try to cover yourself up?
Yeah, I mean, if it started coming down big flakes, the kind that accumulate on you and soak right in, then yeah. That's why I kind of put this here. I could grab some stuff. I could grab more reeds and pack them behind, or I could take my jacket or my coat or whatnot. I think there's a tarp over there too. I could probably go over there. Scrounge. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No. Cool. So that's your dinner fire.
Yep. This is it.
Gonna make soup out of that beef jerky in your pocket?
I brought some cheaters. Uncle Ben's Indian curry.
Oh, that's good stuff. I had that last time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna be okay here.
Well, it's a good size fire.
Yep.
So it's about 3.5 feet long right now. And as you bed down, are you gonna extend that slightly, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the 2 logs closer together, and I'm gonna spread it out a little bit further. See how it works.
And then basically the logs, you'll be kind of carting them inwards as that fire burns them down.
Yeah. Those are good hard woods.
Yeah. What time do we got? 7:18.
7:19. That's number 2 for Ken. Guessed it right on the money last time. We're having fun. This isn't so bad.
Really?
Got a nice warm Nalgene bottle stuffed into the back of my bibs. My back's nice and warm, and yeah, we're doing fine.
All right, next morning, slept in a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was good. The fire worked out well. Learned a little something. We had the front log. Well, I had that 2-log configuration, and I was feeding them in. And the front log, we had it raised up off the ground about 3 or 4 inches. And what that did is it let a lot of air get underneath. But the surprising thing was that the coals just, there were hardly any coals. They burned themselves right out, and all the fire was up inside the logs, and it just kept feeding, and kind of, it was a very clean fire, very efficient, and threw a lot of heat. That was something I learned today, last night. I was getting about an hour and a half burn from the log configuration. I would overlay them enough that the fire cut the logs, and I could put the cut piece back on. And I just kept doing that, so I didn't have to cut anything at all. The fire did all the work for me. I'd say last night I got about 5 hours sleep total, which is not bad. I usually get about 5 or 6 at home.
Probably did better than me.
Just not straight. Yeah, this thing really worked out well. I mean, I would say optimum thing for this, I mean, for an open face shelter would be having a poncho or a tarp or a heat sheet, something to reflect it down and keep the snow off you. But really had no problem. It snowed last night. Worked out really well. I'm happy with it. The experiment was not just an experiment in self-punishment. I actually learned a few things too.
Good stuff. Well, this is Rick with his full pack. That's what he took for the night. There's the sunset on the creek.